Well, hey guys, what's up? Good morning, and welcome to Rob's Arcade. I'm your host, Rob French, and it might be a little gray and gloomy out here, but don't worry because I have sunshine in a bag. Hold tight, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks.
Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
All right, guys, well, welcome back once again to an all-new episode of Rob's Arcade. I'm your host, Rob French, and it is Wednesday, so it's time for the Monday word of the week. Wait, that's not right. It's Wednesday, so it's time for the midweek breakdown. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's freestyle this. Let's have a little fun, and we'll do a little bit of both. We'll do a word of the week as well as kind of get back to some old school stuff. It's New Comic Book Day. We'll jump into some comic books. We'll talk about some fun nerd stuff too. And, we'll just kind of catch up and hang out. You'll get your word. Like I said, your word of the week, even though it's a little late. Actually, I started this video on Monday with aspirations of getting you guys a new video on Monday, but it's just I've been super busy, just between, like I said, work and just last week's word of the week was rebound, and I basically been spending my time rebounding at the gym, trying to get back into shape, and kind of a little bit of self-improvement, rebounding with some self-improvement there. Like I said, it's all about, how you get back up, how you get back in the game. And that's been, just been spending my time just trying to be, like I said, dedicated to work. We got some people still out, some people still on vacation, still a little short-handed. And, just kind of making sure I'm there for my job mentally, physically, and therefore just my family and friends as well in that same aspect. So like I said, I've just been kind of busy, and I've stated before that YouTube should be fun, it should be relaxing, it should be something you enjoy, and I don't want to try to rush through videos and jam a bunch of stuff together just to get content out there, just to do it. When I do this, I want to make sure I'm doing it for fun and it's enjoyable, and it's it's relaxing, and it's fun for everybody. It's fun for you to watch, and it's fun for me to do. And I don't want to get all crazy. You don't want me to get all crazy. So anyway, yeah, I've just been kind of busy, you guys, and I've got stuff in the works. We're gonna do some cool toy unboxings, hopefully. I had some aspirations a couple weeks ago of getting up with my boy Tommy, and my car kind of exploded on me, but I finally got all that straight. All that should be, back in order. So hopefully I can get over to his place this week and get some more stuff. I actually had a new game Friday all lined up for this past Friday, and I'm sitting around it was either like Saturday or Sunday, and I'm like, wait a minute, did I do my new game Friday? Did I post it? I did it. But did I post it? I was like, oh my God, I didn't. I was like, why didn't I post it? And again, it's just because I was at work all day Friday, So it was like I just kind of got up, hit the gym, got to work, came home. I've been doing these double workouts, little workout in the evening too before I go to bed, and I completely just let Friday get away from me. So I don't know. This week we'll be pumping the YouTube vein with some more content. So I'm going to head back into the gym now. Why don't we take a look while I go pump some iron at the comic books I picked up this week. That'll be fun. Let's go ahead. We'll head over to Stories Comics real quick. Check out what books I picked up. And then after that, I will hit you guys with the word of the week. How's that sound? All right, hang tight. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks. Wow. Okay, all in all, not a bad haul from the comic shop. Always love hitting that place. It's just one of those shops where it's just the people, the customers, the guys who run the place. I just always have such a great time, great conversations in there. It's so funny. I love watching, speaking of, the midweek breakdown and comic book nerd news, I've been watching a ton of the Comic Book Men. I don't know why I never watched that show before. I've been watching it on my Prime subscription, and it's just amazing. And I love it because it's like watching my real life on TV. Every time I go to the comic shop, you get these awesome conversations and get to share stories of different, celebrities you've met, cons you've gone to, and just, interactions within the comic book world. And I just absolutely love it. Every time I walk out of that place, I just have a huge, huge smile on my face. Now, more comic book news. I guess, I hope everybody, first of all, had a great weekend. Probably should have started with that earlier. This weekend, my mom and I went to go see Bullet Train, which is a really, really great movie. Caught up on my Power of the Rings, the new Lord of the Rings series on Amazon Prime, which is freaking amazing. I really didn't think that anybody else could take on that project after Peter Jackson. But man, wow, it looks absolutely beautiful. The story so far is pretty compelling. It's a great little show to get caught up in. Even if you're not like a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, I feel like it's something you can kind of kick back, watch, and just enjoy. Just from the visual standpoint, it's very different. I feel like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings was kind of dark and gritty. This one's a little livelier. I mean, there's some dark aspects to it, but there's definitely like more of a light, colorful world that we get to experience that we only get to see a little bit of, I feel like, in the actual trilogy of Lord of the Rings. And then also, I haven't really talked to you guys since the She-Hulk debuted, but I've been absolutely loving that. And my mom and I caught up on that again this weekend. New episodes on Thursday, and then Friday you get the new episodes of Lord of the Rings. So this Sunday we kind of kicked around, hung out, watched some Disney Plus, some Amazon Prime, and then I took my mom to the movies to, like I said, kick back and watch Bullet Train, which, man, really cool movie. Did not expect to enjoy it that much. Definitely one I'm going to pick up, I think, on video when that comes out. That's definitely got to go in the Blu-ray collection. Brad Pitt just freaking, gosh, I mean, he's a one-man show. The dude's just amazing. I love some Brad Pitt. But back to She-Hulk. Great little series from Disney Plus. Again, it's like, I don't know what my favorite is. I thought Marvel Girl was going to be my favorite, and then they drop a new one. And now I kind of feel like She-Hulk might be my favorite. But, She-Hulk's got kind of a special place in my heart. When I first got into superhero comics, she was one that my sister and I both kind of gravitated towards. I feel like She-Hulk and Hulk, even though they're cousins, they kind of share that sibling rivalry that my sister and I still to this day exhibit. But it was great, like, reading that comic, and I don't know, it was like something from my sister, I think, that she could read and be like, oh wow, here's a powerful female superhero. And I could read it because it was like, oh wow, here's this, again, yeah, I'm not used to seeing female characters, strong female characters in my comic books, and then here all of a sudden there's this Amazon-sized green beauty. And I say that because I feel like I had a little bit of a crush on She-Hulk when I was like 13 or 14 years old. I mean, I definitely have one on her now. That's one reason why I tune in every Thursday morning to catch a new episode of She-Hulk. I'll watch it when it first comes out. Then my mom and we kind of catch up together on the weekends and watch it. I watch it again. I typically will watch a new episode of a Disney Plus show, maybe three, sometimes 4 times before I'll actually sit down and watch it with my mom. But yeah, just something about She-Hulk always kind of like captured me. If I don't know if it was just something in the young male adolescence, the hormones being crazy, kind of caught my attention or what. But yeah, she's just always been one of those characters that I kind of gravitated towards, even as a kid. And you know, you looked at my comic book collection, and she's scattered all throughout my collection from the 70s, 80s, 90s, even till the current day. And the show just does not let down. It's actually really funny, and I'm kind of enjoying some of these shows that like they kind of, in movies like Thor, they kind of have a little bit of fun with some of these characters. I kind of had this discussion the other day. You know, you kind of have to raise the stakes with characters like Batman and Spider-Man because they're mortal. You know, they can die. You know, so you kind of have to raise the stakes and make everything seem more life-threatening. It's a great thing with Thor and the Hulk and She-Hulk because they can kind of have a little bit of fun with it. You know, she's invulnerable. You know, she can't really be killed, and the same goes with like the Incredible Hulk and the Mighty Thor. So they can kind of play around and be a little goofy because, you know, they can afford to be. And I think some people might get upset and be like, oh man, you know, that's not what Marvel Comics is about, or that's not what She-Hulk is about. I guess I'm referring specifically to the twerking bit at the end of episode 3, but you know, it's like she's a modern woman in modern times, and yeah, I think She-Hulk would definitely be a twerker. I mean, like, she's got the body for it. Why not? But I've just been loving it. It's absolutely hilarious. And then She-Hulk does a great job too of breaking down that fourth wall, much like Deadpool does, where, you know, you actually kind of talk to the camera and include the audience in the show. And She-Hulk just does an amazing job at like breaking down that fourth wall. And it's just, I don't know, I just absolutely am in love with that show, and I'm going to be sad when it's all over, but I am hoping that, you know, we'll get to see some Jennifer Walters in the cinematic universe. Anyway, enough about all that jazz. Let's go ahead and get in to the word of the week. You know, we've been talking about, you know, comic books and science fiction and TV shows and all that, and all the stuff I'm dedicated to. So let's go ahead and jump into this week's word of the week. We're going to get to that word of the week. I promise. It's coming right up. Hold tight. Oh man, wow. Here we are finally getting to the word of the week here, and the day is almost done. Let's go ahead and get that drum roll, please, for the word of the week, if you will. All right, well, so yeah, there we go. It's the word of the week, the dedication. And what do I mean by dedication? What does dedication mean? Well, you just saw the actual definition of the word there. But when I say dedication, what I mean, it's not like you know, this week's word of the week is like you know, tolerance or resilience, and I'm asking you to go out there and like practice these things. No, when I say this week's word of the week is dedication, it's more of like what are you dedicated to? What does dedication mean to you? You know, is it good things you're dedicated to? Is it bad things you're dedicated to? This is more of a question rather than a practice, if you will. You know, so basically, you know, what I'm saying is, you know, well, you know, ask yourself, like, what is it you're dedicated to? Is it school? Is it work? perhaps your friends or your family, a girlfriend, pets, perhaps a spouse, husband or a wife, your children. For years I've spent my life kind of dedicated to things that probably a large waste of time, if you will. I just had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and we were kind of talking about like if we had been as dedicated as we are now to some of the more positive things that we're doing in the past. We kind of like one of those "where would we be now?" Kind of questions. I've in the past, perhaps one of the things you can ask yourself is are you truly dedicated as you might believe you are? For years, I thought I was dedicated to making my wife happy, and I'm not sure. Like I said, that was probably clearly to some of my other containing some other videos and concerning some other videos is not the case at all. So perhaps you're not as dedicated to some things as you might believe you are. And so basically what I'm getting at is as we go forward with this week, and as you continue to go through this week, kind of ask yourself, like what are you dedicated to? What are you as dedicated as you think you are? Or the things you dedicated to really benefiting you in your life? More recently I've been getting up, going to the gym, being dedicated to getting in shape, making choices that are going to benefit me. For so many nights and weekends, I think I was dedicated to chasing late nights and hanging out with friends, getting blackout, surfing cocktail tables, and until I ride that wave out into the sidewalk there. It's one of those things I think everybody just has to like live and just kind of go through, just kind of figure it out for yourself. But like I said, in the past, I probably haven't been as dedicated to some more of the more positive things that I probably could have been. But it's never too late. It's never too late to kind of change that around and spin that in the other direction, if you will. I'm going to spin the other direction right now. Like I said, more recently, I've been trying to dedicate my time to things that are more positive and that will benefit me more. Getting up, working out, making sure I'm eating better, taking better care of myself, and just kind of like focusing my free time on things that I really enjoy. My boy Tommy, he's really jumping into this whole like sports trading card things, and he's not letting anything else really distract him at this point. Not women or even work is just, it's a secondary thing to this passion of his, and he's truly dedicated to it. And it's one of those things I see him, and it just kind of like sparks that fire and love for comic books, and just makes me realize that those are the things that perhaps are worth investing your time in. Those hobbies of yours, things that you get pleasure out of without having to turn to some kind of like or narcotic or junk food or something like that. You can just pick up a comic or a sports card and just truly enjoy it. And so I've been trying to like dedicate more of my time to, not that I've ever had a problem dedicating time to comic books or video games, but yeah, truly like dedicating more of my free time to the things that truly interest me. All right, guys. Well, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap up this video. Like I said, I just kind of want to kind of put that out there for you guys, something to think about, as you go forward with the week, kind of what you're dedicated to, what you dedicate yourself to, just something for a little, self reflection, and just, to kind of some self-evaluation, if you will. Constantly doing that with myself, and, trying to do, better each day. It's not always easy. You know, we're only human. We're going to make mistakes. But like I said last week, it's all about the rebound. You know, it's how you get up. It's how you recover from that missed shot. It's how you get back on the horse. It's not necessarily a rebound as far as like a relationship, although maybe we could all use some of that from time to time too. But last week I just kind of wanted you to think about, like, when you make mistakes, and like how you rebound and how you get back up, and what you choose to do next kind of defines who you are. And this week again, going forward, thinking about dedication and what you're dedicated to and what you dedicate yourself to kind of defines who you are. So keep that in mind, you guys, as we move forward and we get through this week. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I don't know if you have anything planned, anything going on, but whatever it is, I hope you enjoy it. We've only got a few more days of summer left here. We're coming up on fall, so make sure you get out there and enjoy these summer days. And yeah, guys, just make sure you hit that comment section, hit the share, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And just remember, this isn't goodbye, simply to be continued. Until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for being dedicated to this channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.